we're doing a quick get ready with me. We're going to start with these brows, and then we are going to throw some makeup on and go outside. It has been a very difficult week, to say the least. I am, as some people know, a mother of 5, as you can also hear the newborn in the background. But it's difficult. Staying at home, going to work, there's no true difference between the two. When you get paid and when you get paid in memories, that's the only thing I can say. To start Monday, school, drop-offs, pickups, bus schedules, I really wish, we would get those together. It's just so concerning that all these schools cannot get a solid, route going for drop-offs and pickups. Trying to cram 1,000 students in this one lane, it's a headache. There has to be something better than that. And then for especially parents, when I was going to work, and parents who were, trying to do it all, drop the kids off, go to work, do all that, it's just mind-numbing. If nothing else, I'm going to figure this out. I cannot do this for, 10 more years in a long line, just in chaos. That's how my world goes. Also, I'm going to just, throw in, if you guys haven't seen my latest brow video, you should, because these brows are just life to me. I don't know where I've been without these Urban Decay products in my life. Sorry, I'm recording as I'm also trying to deal with one sick child, drop off 3 to school, nurse the baby. It's hectic, it's a lot. But it's, I guess, something that is a life experience. There's generations of mothers who have done it before. I just want to say that they were crazy. I wish I could go to my 13-year-old self and be like, self, you're going to have 5 kids. Not are you going to have 5 kids. You're going to have to clean up after them. And you have to also do all their laundry. And I probably would have, rethought it just a tad bit or two. Oh, that's funny. No, I'm just joking. It's fun. It's an adventure. It's a chaotic adventure, but as is life. So we're just going to keep going with this makeup. I actually had 0 clue what I wanted to do with this makeup look. I kind of just winged it. I knew I wanted to do something quick and easy, which is why I went with this technique. But as far as the eyes, when I say I really just was in the moment, that's legit how I was feeling it. There's no rhyme or reason to anything that I'm doing. I have my little makeup bag that I use, and literally just whatever was in there is what got thrown on the base. I am doing a lot more skincare these days. I figured now going to my 30th year, my 30th reign of life, I guess you could say, I am a little bit more conscious as what goes on my skin and how my skin is looking. So I'm very happy to have finally joined the minimalist makeup movement. I know if you guys have been watching some of my other videos, I am such a stickler for a full face. I love heavy glam, but somewhere along the line, maybe it's more due to me not ever having time to do, hour and a half of makeup. I'm loving the quick skin tint, concealer, all that type of look. If you were listening, that was definitely the sound of me getting thrown up on by the baby. So that's always nice. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Sorry, I know I digress. Grocery shopping, all that type of stuff. First of all, let me tell you what happened at the grocery store. So obviously I said I had 5 kids, my husband, me, So I buy typically in bulk, right? Why did I go to the grocery store and buy a party pack of chicken? Now, anyone who's grown up in a black household or a household with a lot of children, you guys know what this party pack of chicken looks like. Okay, it's a big bag. It usually used to come with, 20 to 25 drums or, wings or whatever you may be picking out for the day. Why did I open up this bag and it legit had 8 pieces of chicken in it? I'm not saying like the price was cheaper. I mean, the bag was still $15, but there was like 8 pieces of chicken in there. And then I was concerned. Like, it went to a whole thing after that because I was like, are we really in like a chicken shortage? And if we're in a chicken shortage, why in the world would you sell me 8 pieces of chicken for $15? First of all, the 8 pieces of chicken, my oldest son will eat that in one sitting by himself. So I don't know why it made me so upset, but I was like, we're going vegetarian. And that's just, that's just where we are in life right now. And speaking of boys, when I was, starting having kids, there was girls first. Girls are fun, tutus, bows, headbands, all that type of things. Boys are a whole different story. Number one, you guys didn't tell me that boys, get blood flow to their little, areas so early. So, my 2-year-old has been walking around in the mornings, and I'm sure he doesn't know what it is or what's going on, but all he knows is his little pee-pee is not the same, and he needs to show everyone. And that's it's different. It's definitely not something I am used to. It was definitely a surprise with my first child, and my second and third, it's still a surprise because it just happens randomly and they figure this out. And then I don't know if that's like the epicenter of them like trying to play with it or do anything with it, but it's a surprise. It never gets old for me. Rather, it just letting you guys know, you have boys, you want sons, this is what's going to happen. It's inevitable, and I guess human nature, but as a mom, you just don't want to see it. I mean, they already eat for like 12, so mind you, I have 3 sons, and they eat like a football team. Like, I feel like the stay-at-home mom thing is not going to last. Rather, not going to be the most frugal due to I'm probably going to have to go to work just to feed all 3 kids all day. Like, that is going to probably be my full-time job, is feeding the children. So, if you're watching this, tell your friends to subscribe, like and comment, because I got boys to feed. Not that girls are any different, because, they are something else. Girls have to have, 8 pieces to their one outfits. Not that I'm any different as you're sitting here watching me do makeup with, 15 different products. But girls start off expensive and, it just continues. I don't know what else to do. Like, my children, or the oldest girls are 10, and for some reason, they feel like they need Starbucks in the morning. I don't know what, difficulties you guys have in, 5th grade, but it should start with Starbucks. Speaking of Starbucks, continue my rant. We're not skipping September, okay? If you're watching this and you're one of those, pumpkin spice fanatics, that's great and all, but I'm going to let you guys know that September is still not Halloween. I don't care how early you guys are trying to put up your little spooky decorations. You guys are not going to skip over my birthday. Number one, it's not Halloween. It is not summertime until the 21st, so I want my due diligence, okay? I still want a foam party. I still want to go to the water parks because it's September. I know a lot of people are in school, but that's great. Why don't we just make that like a national adult month? Why don't we just, the kids are in school, that's when we can all go to Disneyland. That's when we can go to the water parks. That's when we should have all the adult nights popping. But just trying to go, straight to Halloween, I'm not going for this. Starbucks wants to start off with pumpkin spice on the 3rd. That's all good for everyone else. But, you go ahead and start that October 1st. Y'all, it is so funny watching this makeup look because, again, when I tell you I had no like direction, there's no rhyme or reason to anything that I'm doing. I just literally was like, oh look, this is in my bag. Let me put this here. Oh look, this is here. Let's try this. Like, you'll see, like, there's like a moment of frustration on my face where I was just like, I don't know what's going on here, but I need to figure something out. I'm like really trying too. I had used like 3 or 4 brushes and I was like, I just don't know where this is going. But the funny part is the end look, everyone was like, oh my God, it looks so great. How do you plan these out? And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't. And I think people think I'm being like, not snobby or prudish, but you know how people, you ask them like, oh, where you get your outfit from? You're like, oh, this is old. Like, I feel like that's what the vibe people think I'm giving off, but it's really not. I mean, literally, I'm like, here's a palette, here's some other stuff, and I'm just kind of going with what feels right. I think I did see something similar to this on like Pinterest. If I happen to come across it again, I'll go ahead and, of course, credit and tag the artist. But yeah, what I'm doing, my technique, it was like, it's a mess. I have to like go back and, fix it like 2, 3, 4 times to at least make it do something. I just know I wanted black, but I know I didn't want a smoky eye. Pardon the camera, my toddler was on the bed when I was recording. But yeah, I wanted black, I wanted a smoky eye, but I wanted to be a little soft, not too dramatic, but I also wanted to make a statement piece. Like, those are all the thoughts going through my mind as I'm doing this. So that's how I ended up with black, and then to gray, and then to silver. And I was like, this is gonna come together. I don't care. We're gonna do something because we want to get out the house. We want to have some fun, and yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Also, these tape things, I have to tell you guys, they work really good without any face makeup on. So I know here it looks like they just were trash, but obviously they're sticky. They need something to adhere to, so I couldn't put, the tabs down too much on my skin without having a little line of demarcation on the skin. I didn't want to keep having to go back and fix my makeup over and over. Because that's another thing. I've been away and trying to, reinvent some of my skills. I am like crippled when it comes to doing face makeup before eyes. Like that, I can never, it's not my thing. Like, I always do eyes first, make a mess, do what I have to do, and then just go ahead and take a makeup wipe and then fix it afterwards. But that's how I end up with the new brow and face and skin and new technique, because all I've been doing is trying to, reach out of my comfort zone and try something new. But I mean, you'll see. Everything, I guess, came together a little better. Oh my gosh. Did I tell you guys? Obviously, I didn't tell you guys, unless you're following me on Twitter. My kids, especially the girls, come home with the most interesting stories to date. So apparently, my daughters have a girl named Beyonce in their class. And I guess she's a nice girl, but she's very aware where her name comes from. And so she sings. And apparently she doesn't sing very well. And that was like the tea of the day. This was like all the girls gonna talk about on Tuesday. Like, they were like, that's not fair. Like, her mom named her Beyonce without knowing she can sing. I don't know why it made me laugh so much, because I tell you, these girls, they're like 10, but like 28. And that's all they kept talking about for like 30 minutes. Like, Mom, I'm really glad you gave us regular names, because if you didn't name me like, Jill Scott or Faith Evans, and I couldn't hold up, like, this would be me. Like, people would be at home talking about me and how I couldn't sing. I was like, you never know. Little girl, she might be just now finding her roots. Her voice will mature, and maybe it'll sound better. They're like, Mom, her name is Beyonce. So if she don't win a Grammy by like high school, like it's not worth it. And I don't know, it was just like the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my day. Mind you, I spend all day with a 2-year-old and a newborn, so it's not like I get any other interaction during the day, but it was just, a funny thing to hear from two of my children. And then also the topic of the day was whose fault is it to take dinner out? I know you guys have also seen, it's been like all over the internet, like why didn't the moms just take out dinner before they left because they knew if they wanted to cook? And it's like, I get it on, some sort of basis, but at the same time, it's like, y'all just don't know how much stuff be going through our mind. And so yes, please take this one thing off my mind and take the dinner out. And the kids were like, but how do we know what's on your mind? Like, we cannot read minds, we can't, And I'm like, okay, well, to be fair, how about we just, make a list during the week? I'll just pick out, 5 meals, and then you guys just take out the meat. But they were like, yeah, but, last minute you change up, then you don't want this and you don't want that. And it's like, we've helped, but it's still not good enough. I don't know why this turned to like some deep conversation. Like, if you guys are ever in a room with like a 10-year-old, these are probably like the deepest conversations. Like, kids these days, I'm pretty sure it's due to internet and media influence. Like, they be thinking, and it's not like a bad thing, but it's like how do you know all this? Oh my gosh, this look actually started to come together once I put down the silver underneath my eyes, but I don't know, it still wasn't giving. If I'd have went back, I probably would have did like an outline with maybe black eyeliner, like just to make that wing look a little bit more sharper. I mean, it still looks good, but I don't know, I'm looking at it now and I'm like, man, I should have like outlined it. But also I was like on borrowed time. I was like, let me not be late for church, let me not, because you guys once it gets too late, it's like, I'm not going. I'll do my makeup, and if I'm late and then I gotta get dressed and I gotta do this and this, yeah, I don't go. That's how I end up having so many looks on Instagram, because I'll do my makeup, be running late, and then next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, that was cool, but I'm gonna stay home. You know what, guys? I think I'm going to do something similar like this on the weekend. Maybe I'll try to perfect it. It's my anniversary weekend, yay! And I think I want to do something different. We are doing photos for our first anniversary, but I think that I might perfect this look. What do you guys think? Should I redo it? Maybe we put a little more planning into it? That's a thought. Now I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm glad we got this look a little better. What else should I do to this look? I didn't put it on film, but I did end up going in with blush. I know my face looks very basic and very bare here on camera, but if you see the photos that were posted on my Instagram, I did add blush. It was also from Juvia's place, which, Juvia, if you're watching this, please go ahead and sponsor me, because I'm like the #1 hater for your products. I just noticed I use the bronzer, I use the eyeshadow palette, and I use the blush without even thinking about it. Like, if that's not a sponsorship, like, what is? I just want to know. I'm just saying, just go ahead, call the PR team, let them know. I also love these lashes. Oh my gosh, so many of my friends have started eyelash businesses. And I know a lot of people are haters, like, oh my god, everybody's doing eyelashes. But it's just funny that every single person that I know that sells lashes, I can tell their individual styles from the lashes that they sell. This one happened to be from a mutual acquaintance named Ashley. Where I grew up, it's very small. Everyone, kind of knows everyone. But her lashes, I can tell she's very like outgoing. She's very talkative. I can just see all this in the lashes. Like this style that I am wearing today, it's just gorgeous. I love it. And then also the lipstick that I'm wearing today is also, I don't know where, I think we might have been in a Facebook makeup group like years ago, and then we follow each other on Instagram, and then it just kind of kept on from there. But the lipstick that I'm wearing is also from a woman-owned business, and this shade of red is called Bomb, and it's like, it doesn't disappoint. Like, that's what it is. It is bomb. Like, I love it. But I mean, this is a finished makeup look, and I have 0 complaints. It came out great in the end. My outfit came together perfectly by Fashion Nova. Also, be sure to sponsor your girl. But that's it. Thanks for stopping by.